Good afternoon and welcome everybody. We're going to do some painty paper. Let's put it on a box, do some Mod Podge or whatever you want to call it, type stuff on this box and get it looking a little bit better. I'm going to use it to store some of my ATCs and other things in until I find a new home for them. So I'm just going to cut off these edges. Hi, Miss Doretha. Welcome, welcome. I am going to be doing some Mod Podge on this box. I'm actually just going to use glue, but I'm going to cover this box with our gel print paper. So I have a box to put my already done stuff, the ATCs, the smaller things that I've done in, to where when I'm ready to do Happy Mail, I can just go to the boxes that I have and pull them out and get ready for them to go out. So that's what I'm doing today. I have had some problems this week with getting overstimulated, which gives me a headache and really makes me a little floopy. So I am doing something that is very, I can't say calming, but very, you don't think a lot to do it. It's very easy for me to do this, so I'm not overthinking it. And keep that open for right now. All I'm using is a little tea container that I had emptied out. Little chai container. That's what I'm using. I'm going to leave the inside and the bottom like it is and just do some paper on it here. I'll let you kind of see what it's going to look like. This is my big one for my bigger stuff. Bookmarks and other cards. This is the big one. So I needed some more room. Is actually what I was doing. I'm waiting now. Hi, Miss Cindy. I was wondering if you were going to come and visit or not. I am just going to be covering this box with paper bits. I'm not going to do whole sheets of it. I want to do bits of it. Plus, I'm hoping that the tearing of the paper will help relax me. If not, if I start to feel like it's overstimulating me, then I will start cutting the paper. I had a girl ask me who just started gel printing, what do I do with all this paper I've got? And I had to actually tell her there's a lot you can do, but I can show you what I have done with it. But there are a lot of people who have done so much with their paper that I don't even know about. So I'm just giving small little ideas of what I've done. I know that people do, I've got a couple of master boards already done up that I'm just kind of sitting on, waiting to see if I feel like doing it or not doing them or not. They still need to be, stamped and more stuff. They need decorating. Let's just put it that way. That's where they're at. They're at that stage that I got the paper on and everything. I just need to decorate, and then I'll be able to cut them up. Cindy, you didn't cut yours short, did you? I hope not. I'm just going to come over here and put this piece like that. That's good, Teresa. Welcome, welcome. I was worried about you doing that, and I don't want you doing that for me. Go. Let's see here. Add this just like this. If I go over on the back, that's fine. You're just listening? It's okay, Teresa. I can understand it. Yes, I can. I don't have a headache, praise God, because sometimes when I get this overstimulating situation going on, overstimulated situation, I will have a headache. But that's generally when I've really let it go too long. Okay. But my box over here of different papers, so you may see me dipping into that every once in a while to get different pieces out if I get bored with these. Tracy, you're always in my thoughts and prayers. Yes, you are. Mm. Going ahead and doing this side here. So put a little glue. Really need to get my glue book, and that way I could just do the piece of paper instead of doing the box like I am. Let me do that right quick. What did I do with it? What did I do with it? Our glue book, where would I put you? Hmm. Hmm. Well, I'm just going to use you and go on. Hmm. I don't like, you see how on the side that white there? I don't like that. I like everything to cover it up. Oh, you like the boxes like that to keep packing for journal covers. That's a cool idea, Dorothy. I never thought about that. That's a cool. I like that idea. Yes, I do. Mm, go ahead and put this here. Go. This one has a lot of white in it, so I don't think I'm gonna use it. I just really am not liking it, not loving it today. This is the same way. It really has a lot of white. It may be good, like if I were going to use it all, but I don't know. It just doesn't feel like it today. I was not feeling it. She calls you a hoarder. My husband we've been talking about moving for years. And he said by the time we get ready, we're going to have a whole U-Haul just for my workroom. And I'm like, I don't want to think about that. My problem is, and y'all can help me with this. My problem is I have all this stuff, this artwork that I've done, and I don't know what to do with it. I mean, it just sits here, and I feel that it needs a home, that it needs somewhere to be. That I didn't make it just to sit around my house. That there's got to be a place for it to be. So that's where I'm at with it right now. Is I've got a lot of ATCs. I've got a lot of journal cards and index cards and stuff like that done. I just can't seem to find a home for them without somebody who doesn't already have a hoard of their own of stuff. Oh my God. And I'd be even willing to send like penny paper covered of stuff like your ATCs and everywhere else and let somebody else decorate them, I'd be more than happy. Because that way they get rid of my what I call my painty paper stash. I've got box I have over here. Let me see. I like this color. How this looks. I'm going to use it on the sides here. Yeah. That's a good idea, Cindy. I hadn't thought about them. And let them decorate them how they want to. Stickers and whatnot. I may look around into that. Because I love doing them. You know, it's nice to do to just put paper on cardboard or on index cards. I don't have to think very much, I guess is what I'm saying. And right now, that's the best thing I can do is not get myself overthinking about anything. That's when we're not junk printing. I'll be very honest with you. The thought of having to pick colors and the stencils I might want to use today was just too much for me to think about. This looks like you're not doing nothing. Yeah, you're not late. You're just on time. I'm just sitting here covering the box with painty paper. Get some gel print paper out and use some of it up. Let me get this white off here. Over there. Okay, that's good. Go ahead and put this over here. Oops. Hold this down a little bit. It's wanting to pop up. I think it's got enough glue on it. Should have. I wish I had my sweet petunia that I could use, but it got clogged up and I can't get it unclogged. So it is sitting in a drawer over there with me thinking evil thoughts about it. I can't even get the pin through it, the lid to go through it. Well, it's clogged. My ink, my glue gun is clogged up. And I can't get it unclogged. It has a pin in the lid, and even that won't go through it. It's so clogged up. So I tossed it aside and said, never mind. I even tried to put a thicker pin, like a bigger pin in it, but it wasn't working. I'm about to cut the tip out of it and go for it that way. See if I can get more of the edge and try not to get glue in my hair today. Some soap and water you think will work, Teresa? Teresa boils. This is one of those days I wish they wouldn't be so picky about having music on, because I could do with some good, use a really long pen, and it unclogged. I may have to use one of my quilting pens and see if I can. My problem is I can't even get it in there. A hat pen, that might be something to use too. Something bigger and heavier. Something to think about. Or a pokey tool. Yeah, I've got one of them too. Yes, I do. There. That's okay. I'll do that corner in a little bit. I'm kind of trying to do corners and stuff like that. I have no rhyme or reason to how I'm doing this. I'm just doing it. I'm not going to rip the whole thing. I knew that was going to bother me today, so I won't do it. Let me scoot back here and put a fan on. I am getting hot. We've got the heater on because with the air conditioning on, but we've got the temperature set a little high. That way our electric bill won't be so high. Nobody wants a high electric bill. Okay, Teresa, you go back and lay down and listen. I'm having to use the flatter ripping method today, which I really usually enjoy the ripping sound, but it's not as pleasant to me today as it usually is. Let me put this here. Over here because I have not gotten anything over here. See if I can get this to come there. Come on down. I don't want to get it too close to the top so it can still bend and open. Okay. goes over here. Much better. Okay. It's covered. It's covered. So go ahead and get this here. Cover it like that. Okay. See, there we go. That's what we'll do. Do that just like that. Put this over the edge. That down there. See if I got enough glue on that. I didn't. There's that. See how we're doing. Haven't got there yet. I got a little pieces here. Let's go ahead and finish this side up. So I'm going to use another piece of this. Get this on here. So what are y'all up to today? What y'all got going on? Share with me. I'm doing sitting here gluing. I don't see anybody talking about what they're up to today. I know what Cindy's up to. I just left her little side because she was doing a quilt journal. And I just got mine done. It's not done. It's just the pages are in there. The pages are binded in there. It is a what I will call an empty journal. There's just paper in there. As far as I used copy paper, and that's all that is. It's not a junk journal. It's just a plain journal. I wasn't sure how it was going to go, so I didn't want to waste any of my junk stuff. If that sounds at all normal for anybody, but I didn't want to waste it. I thought, I'll try this one, see how it goes, and then go from there. You're making the front pocket for your journal. I haven't started that yet on my quilt journal, my quilt blog journal. That's good. Why don't you go do that, Cindy? I'm sure you're hungry. You haven't eaten forever, probably, knowing you. Okay, that's got that one there on that corner covered up. Let's go here. We only got this little bit to do, and we'll be finished with that. Well, I'm talking about inside, as far as inside goes. Once I get the sticky off my hands before I leave today, I will pull that journal out and show y'all that I did get it binded. I ended up doing 4 signatures in it. It's right here, sitting here. It's floppy. I didn't put any, because it's already quilted. It's 2 blocks of a quilt that was going in the trash, and I couldn't see it. I saved it from the trash and using it for journals. I've got 4 of them, but I'm gonna have to do something different with 2 of them because they're switched. Instead of the little girl being on the right side to make a real pretty journal, it's on the other side. So what I'm gonna do, what was brought up to me last night from somebody, was to just put the little girl on the inside, so she would be the first thing when you open it that you'd see, and then decorate the front of the blocks, the back of the blocks, I should say, as to decorate that for the front of the quilt, the block for the journal. So it's going to be interesting, I think, to see what happens with it, how it goes. I'm going to put that there. Put that there. Some more things. Go. Yeah, I still got to put pockets and envelopes and all that into it. So it's got a long way to go. It's just got at the beginning stage of being worked on. I'm just going to slap that piece right over all that. Get that covered up. Then I don't want any more purple, so I'm going to bring out some of this gray. Put it on the edge. Make sure I've got it on the edges here. Okay. And another thing about that journal, I did not use one scrap. Not one. I'm going to make my pockets and stuff with the gel prints, but I did not use any of them for my beginning papers at all. I did not use one of them. Why? I don't know. It didn't feel right because this journal was made out of legal paper to be able to go fold in half and fit correctly into the journal. So it's got a different look to it. So I'll go with this. Need that red piece, so cut you out here. Not cut, mind you, but pull you out off the finger. See, I think I'm going to put that right in the center. I'm going to have it go up as far as it will and still go under. And that'll cover a lot of that up. And a lot of this may be covered up too with other pieces of paper here. If I start getting tired, y'all, I will just stop and show y'all the journal and then call it a day. Because like I said, I am not really feeling, I'm not sick. I don't feel sick. I don't feel like I'm coming down with something. I'm just like I said, I'm just very overstimulated, which means I've been watching too much time on the computer, more than likely, or television or something, generally having to do with electronics. So I have to watch myself to where I can handle. It's kind of like you get kind of like the same thing you get from a migraine. The lights kind of bother your eyes, and sounds kind of bother you. That's kind of like what it is, but it isn't as intense. It can get that intense, but it's not as intense. And sometimes I do get a headache with it, but I don't get a migraine. I just, the symptoms of that migraine are present, and I know it's not from a migraine. It's from me being overthinking things and over wanting to do too much with what I've got to do it with. What I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to finish the size of this box. Then I'll let y'all I'll show y'all what I'm doing, and I'll let y'all go, and I'll finish this up when I feel better. Do they, Doretha? That's what I have learned. The Lord has taught me that when I start feeling like I am, first I start feeling very foggy. I don't know if y'all can understand that, but I feel very foggy. It's kind of like I'm here, but nothing's quite right. And that was me. Let's see, today is Friday. So that was me yesterday. And then as the day went on, I noticed that I was getting overstimulated. But I didn't pick it up until I was full blown overstimulated. So that is really helpful to me. Not. I wish I could have picked it up earlier. It's kind of like sometimes you know something's not wrong, you just don't know what it is, and you just go on about your business thinking, oh, it'll pass. Well, it doesn't pass. You're still feeling something. So I kept going, and then, watching YouTube, and then I got to going, whoa, this isn't good. And then the Lord's like, hey, silly, overstimulation. So the Lord has to prod me sometimes to get me to remember that I'm not. I can, but there are days that I do not need to be on this computer. Life will go on. So am I, Doretha. So am I. Yep, I am too. Some days are better than others. And I don't overstimulate very well. That's what's about to be a liar out there. I have found myself, hi Julie, I have found myself being more overstimulated here in the last year than I ever have. And I think it's because I'm really doing a lot more. I'm feeling that I can do a lot more. I'm doing lives now, and I'm busy. So I don't pick up. You had a little bit of time available? Yeah, I know I'm bipolar. So I know that I can overstimulate. Or what else do I do to myself? You notice I'm being very honest. What else do I do to myself? I overstimulate and I overthink everything. And just basically trying to keep uh, what others would call normal. May not be normal for me. It's just my normals. I think everybody's normal is different. But symptoms wise, I have to be careful because I could go full blown manic. If y'all don't know what that is, you could start telling that I'm going manic when I start talking very fast. I'm overstimulated, so I may talk fast today, and if I am, I'm sorry. But I do talk faster when I'm overstimulated, and even faster when I'm going into a full-blown manic attack, which I have very seldom because I lean the other way. I lean to be more depressed and boo-booed and all that nonsense. But praise God, the Lord's got me and is watching out, to what I'm doing for me and how I do things. He doesn't let me think that I can get off my medication. That's not a good thing for me to be doing. I trust Him that if I need medication for whatever reason, then I will take it. There are some medications I refuse to take, and that's just um, my personal stuff. I just I won't get any of the shots. That's just my personal. I personally will not get any of those shots that they keep coming out with every other week. So I just have to be careful. He takes Depakote. I was on Depakote at one time, an epilepsy drug, and neuro suggested it for best brain injury trigger mania. I praise God. Mine is just chemically done by the bipolar. I hope they will get better, Julie. I know that I went undiagnosed for a long time. Bridget takes it for seizures. I was on both. I was on Depakote for a while. They had me on Depakote. I went through the ringer till they got me adjusted on my meds, and I've been adjusted on the same meds for, I think they've added it up for about 10 years. So they will tweak it during certain times, like in the heat. I'm more heat sensitive because of my meds, so things will have to be tweaked. Yeah, it works for mania too. Yeah. Let me see what I want to add to this. Got gray there. Let me dig in my box and see if I can't find something of a different color that'll amuse me. Maybe some brayer off. That might be fun. Let me cut this down. Hi, Steph. How you doing? Flexitine. I have got 5 medications. Well, 4 really. But one of them is they had to give me in 2 different dosages to get it to the right milligrammage that my doctor wanted. So I've got 2 of the same medication, just different strengths, and then my normals. My main 2 is my Lamictal and my Paxil, and I have a lot of anxiety, so a lot of my meds are dual as far as anxiety and depression go. So I've got a lot of that I have to. The Lord works with me with. She's going to come visit. How fun, Stephanie. I'm sure you're looking forward to it. Let's see. You take Frontline Fluoxetine. Is that a new one? I haven't heard of that one, but then again, I don't really pay attention. Eating beans and cornbread. Oh, Cindy, I don't like you. You know I love you, girl, but sometimes I don't get that Southern cooking out here anymore. I have to. You slept good? Oh, it's generic for something. Yeah, all mine I get generic. I don't remember the name of them. I just know the basic true name for them. Hmm. You gonna go see Miss? You gonna go see Steph, huh? because she had birds. She has birds and apple trees. That sounds good, Doretha. Y'all are making me hungry. All this food talk. We'll get this over here. I'll kind of cover this up a little bit more. Okay, that's all covered up. We'll get this covered up and start working on that. What I'm going to do is go ahead and let you guys go. I know you've got all kinds of stuff going on, and I'm starting to feel my tired hitting. We've been at it for about 40 minutes. I didn't realize it had been that long till I looked. So let me get that out here so y'all can see it. You pull off everything I've got here from my first life. There we go. All right, here she is. Let me get everything gluey out of here. Okay. So here she is. There's her signatures. I put 4 in her. And this was, they were ripping this quilt apart. So I was able to get, it's for Prozac? Yeah. So I have this, and then it goes into all the legal paper. There's nothing in here. There's no there'll be ephemera, but there's no different sheets other than the typewriter paper, the typing legal size paper in here. And I used embroidery thread to sew in my to do my bindings to get the signatures in here with. I actually have 2 more of these, like are sitting like this. Let me grab one of the other 2. Now this one is just on the opposite side. So I could fold it up like this, but as you can see, it would open the wrong way. So what I had thought about, a girlfriend of mine told me to do it this way. Inside, use the back of it, decorate this, and then when you open it up, this is the first page you get is the little girl. So that's something I can do. I just need to see what kind of what I want to put in front of them. I'm thinking lace or doily or something like that, maybe. But that's what I've been doing, girls, is doing stuff like this. Y'all take care of yourselves this weekend, okay? Be good to yourselves, take care of yourselves, and I will see y'all again come this weekend, maybe running around on the internet, or for Monday. What did you cook? Southern style stuff for Wednesday church. Yes, your young people didn't get them. You cook potatoes and northern beans and kraut and wieners and other treats. Fried taters and mac and cheese and cornbread with red onions. Good night. That sounds absolutely delicious. That sounds good. Y'all have a great weekend. I'll see y'all on Monday. Bye.